Hey, it's Nintendo Sony Free 2011 here. King MannyTendoWolverine. You guys on Wrestling Interest on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, BitChute, Brighteon, Odyssey, Rumble, whatever other social media platform you want to watch me on. Besides YouTube. Anyways, I know it's about 4 days old. By the time you guys see it, it's probably going to be over 6 days old. But I still wanted to talk about this. You guys may or may not know, unless you're a brand new viewer or subscriber to this channel, you kind of know what my stand is when it comes to stuff like artificial intelligence, especially from 2 months ago when I talked about a month or two ago, the whole League of Legends, World of Warcraft chick or whatever. I think Seraphine and the augmented reality, clear vision. Even last year, I used to talk about it from even early in this years ago, from 2011 to 2014, 15. I used to do these older videos besides the chat and breeze ones I stopped doing last year. Even before the pandemic scandemic thing happened, aka the Cerveza bug, as I like to call it and other people do on YouTube. If you're in the Truth Alternative Media, you know what I'm talking about. I just watched half of this thing already, about an hour. I'm going to watch the other half maybe later. And it's funny because I follow both of them already, which is, whenever I'm a big hardcore fan when it comes to video game industry news, like Nintendo and Sony. That's for my username. I said this month, I'm probably going to stop doing that in January. I might be completely gone. I don't know. And then I got 70 plus views out of nowhere from this one reaction video I did. I can't thank you guys enough. I don't know. I might not be my subscribers anymore. It's just probably just main passerby or people that watch my channel nowadays. Because I see a lot of these. Not a lot. There's some that are genuine, real comments. I can't thank you guys enough for having about in my heart. Let's get to the duration point when I start doing reaction, by the way. I'm just talking stuff right now. I'm shooting a breeze with you guys real quick. Yeah, like I was saying, you already know my stances with artificial intelligence, all this stuff. I do follow a little bit of the stuff that the CEO, billionaire, like Jeff Bezos does, or trillionaire now, or Amazon's CEO, just Jeff Bezos, like I said, or the other dude, Elon Musk. I have talked about it a few times on this channel already before prior. It's been a while since I did that. I was doing the whole starships and hyperlinks and all that stuff. I know here in Vegas, he just finished, I think last month, that whole thing, underground tunnel. It goes from the Strip and goes all the way to I think either to Henderson or over here. If any people don't live out here, you know what I'm talking about. If you do, you know what I'm talking about. I think it starts from the Strip and then goes all the way to Henderson, or stops at after the Mandalay Bay Hotel. I don't know. It might be the last month I even work at the hotel casino thing, because I work around that area. I'm not going to say where, but it's real close to around where the Tropicana's at. And I've worked there for 9-10 years already, for a long ass time. But after the certain thing, I'm not going to get into it because that's not what my channel's about, but let's just say it's a certain injection I'm not going to be getting. And probably next year in May or June, they're probably going to make it mandated, mandatory. It starts with, I can only spell out the word, VACCINES, aka stuff you get every time you're sick. I'm not getting it. And probably next year, I gotta be real with you guys, I'm more than likely going to be homeless. And that's really going to suck, because if you don't get that VAXX, VACA schemes, or VAX, and I can't say the whole word because you know how that is a YouTube. The algorithm pick that shit up really fast and terminate my channel if I say it. I know there's a whole thing of anti-vaxxers and all that. Man, I'm not being labeled as an anti-vaxxer. I don't trust any of that shit that's in there. I freaking don't. And if that's the only way I'm going to be able to keep working next year, if it's mandatory, I pray to God it's not, but they already made it there in the UK. That's the reason I haven't really done that many reaction videos. I'm extremely hopeless and depressed when it comes to that shit. I gotta be real with you guys. I'm very real with that. So if next year you don't see me on YouTube, I didn't accept that. I'm not gonna accept that SHOT. And that's the only way I'm gonna be able to work. I'm really gonna have to live off the grid after that. And luckily, I still do got, I don't know, my timeshare is gonna allow me to get that into my arm, because I'm not getting it. I'm not. I'm sorry. You can call me a tinfoil hat crazy person. I'm just not going to get it. And that has anything to do with the artificial intelligence, like the 3D, the virtual reality, augmented reality, if you want to keep watching these shows and these concerts. I just heard last month, I think Ticketmaster, I'm not going to get too much into it, but they said Ticketmaster are going to have if you want to see it, you got to prove that you got that vax, you know what, shot into your arm. I don't know how the F they're going to do that, because I never really went to that many concerts, and I only went to like 4 of them ever in my life. I think it was like my sophomore, junior year of like community college as well. So it's been almost like 10 and a half, 11 years the last time I went to a concert, so I really don't give a rat's ass about it. Now this one, this chick from Beyond the Bot again, I got to react to her again. I watched half of the thing from Joey. It's funny, these people they're like freaking talking to it like it's a real person. That's the creepiest Uncanny Valley shit I've ever seen in my life. Excuse my French, but it's weird. I know the person behind that avatar is a real person. That's their real voice, but that's a real person behind there. But it's a fake virtual reality, augmented reality thing that's not real. I'm not saying nothing bad about Hololive, and I know you're seeing it right there. I'll leave that link down there below, but oh man. And thank God I don't have kids or green, because I would be losing my effing mind a lot more, man. Next one, let's get it in. It's from Beyond the Bot. We'll be obsessed with VTubers. I put it for 1.25 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's get it in. I might react to the other one sometime. I don't know.
A bit of a confession to make. I kind of lost all my money because I gave it all to a virtual shark girl that plays video games on the internet, and a virtual squid girl, and a virtual dog girl that says yubi yubi and is in love with a virtual cat girl. I may have a problem, and it's called loving VTubers.
Like I said, you guys kind of know my stance already. If you've been a long time old school subscriber, you kind of know what it is. What all this stuff leads up to, the holograms and all that stuff. People already call them idols over there in Japan a lot. No offense, I'm not trying to be racist to any Asian countries out there that happen to see this, especially China. And they can't even watch YouTube. They got to watch another thing called Billy, as far as I know. But you already know my stance on it is not being a hardcore Christian or anything like that. If I do end up leaving this earth one day, I just want to make sure that my salvation and Book of the Lamb is safe in there. My name's in there. And if not, so I don't want to go to the evil, dark brimstone place where it's fire all the time. I'm just saying. Yeah, some of this shit's entertainment, but don't let it brainwash your entire mind a set of entertainment. Like, don't talk to it like it's a real, actual person. That's all I'm saying. Because we're good in that Uncanny Valley. I remember you said 6, 7 years ago when I get a real old chat and breeze. I was living at the older place. We used to have like 5 roommates at the time. I only have 2. I talked about the stuff with Attack on Titan and Uncanny Valley and how creepy as shit that looks. Or imagine that shit's all augmented reality, AR and VR. And then you have Pokemon Go and stuff too. I rarely even play that anymore. I only play like maybe once or twice a month, and that's it. But let's start this thing.
You know, outside
I'll try to shut up for the rest of the stuff.
the general chaos of 2020, there's one particular party that's thrived extraordinarily well. The VTuber. VTubers are some of the biggest entertainers on YouTube and Twitch, and their success is kind of insane. Once again, you can tell from my, well... So, where did this trend get its start? Will they forever change the face of AnyTube? And is Barbie technically one of the first? Well, we're about to find out. So you be bitches. So VTubers. Before
There's one for freaking Barbie. Then again, I don't know. That's almost 32-year-old straight male, my man. I never played with this shit ever in my entire life, but not to try to crap shame on anybody. Just saying. Not trying to be a judgmental dick.
Before Corone, and even before Fubuki, how the hell did this phenomenon get started? Honestly, it depends on who you ask. Some claim that there were earlier incarnations of the trend, such as Nitro Plus's Supersonico doing videos where she would speak with fans about the visual novel company's upcoming titles. There's also Ami Yamato, who vlogs about living in London, and even Mattel's Barbie vlogging in 2015 is considered an early variation. But VTubers as a term, and as we know them, began, of course, with Kizuna Aide, who first started uploading videos to YouTube in November 2016. She became insanely popular on the platform, gaining over 2 million subscribers, becoming one of Japan's ambassadors for tourism, and even interviewing a Nobel Prize winner. She even broke off from her original company and became represented by her own, playing games, singing songs, and generally rocking YouTube. She even has figurines. Adrian owns 3 of them, and he didn't bring a single one to this shoot.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
We gotta use REM.
Also, I don't want my fingers breaking.
I wouldn't break them. Don't you trust me?
Transit. Not you. You wouldn't break up, but I would, accidentally.
Seeing the success, other creators decided to get a slice of the AI pie. Get it? Because their name is... Anyway, by 2018, there were over 10,000 VTubers, and that list has grown significantly since then. If you want to find out for yourself, there's a huge database filled with them, and it would take far too long to read them all in this video. But for now, I want to talk about 2 specific kinds of VTubers, one with agencies and those who are independent. For many, an agency is the easiest way to becoming a successful VTuber. The biggest agency of all is, of course, Hololive, who, although having been around since 2017, have blown the f up this year. This popularity is a mix of several factors. Sakura Miko telling everyone to stay home for quarantine, Kiryu Coco reviewing memes, my baby Corone playing Doom and getting an Easter egg in her honor, and even Gura just saying, has led to Hololive essentially overthrowing Kizuna Ai's throne, on top of the agency encouraging constant collaborations with each other, which I'll be getting more into in a bit. Two other great agencies are Kikami's Bombs Project and Inuyama Tamaki's Noripro. These are much smaller, but their headliners are just as talented. Of course, independent creators like Project Melody and Yanners are on the rise as well. Melody is famous for, on top of the regular VTuber activities, some, mature content, gaining a large audience on sites like Twitch and Chatterbait.
Yeah, I already know what all that's about. Now I explained who Silverveil, Chatterbait, and Iron Mouse shook us. I've done a lot of my extensive research on that for the past 4 months. Nothing slutty or no prawn or any of that. I have seen a few prawn, like Rule 34 of those three. But like the real person, I've seen Silverveil's face. Like, no offense to anyone as like Caucasian white person, but to me she was just a typical like blonde hair, green eyed chick. That's what she looked like. I think that's what she used to be 4 years ago. I don't know how she looks like now. I didn't know her personally, I'm just saying. That's who Silverveil was. And then, I don't know who the heck Project Melody looks like beyond that. And I know Iron Mouse, there's a small bit of a connection with her because, you know, she has like half of my race ethnicity is Puerto Rican and stuff, which is cool. She has a really sad, tragic story. I'm not sure if it's true or not. I think she's like bedridden. She has some sort of disease. It's not any of the fake Rona, pandemic, scam stuff. It's something else. I think she was dealing with it for like a few years. So that's what Iron Mouse was about. I don't know if that's true. If it is, that's super heartbreaking as hell, man. Honestly.
I think that's something you should ever look up.
I can't believe I had to mention that website in a Beyond the Bot video.
Well, it's the truth.
It's the truth. That information should essentially tell you everything you need to know, but if you're curious, just make sure you're of age and, not in public.
Was I summoned?
We're talking Chatterbait.
I'm more of a my free cams kind of guy.
I'm more of an unregistered Hypercam 2 girl myself.
That's not a porn website, Dory. You're not fooling anyone.
How did you know? This was originally supposed to be Kurt's video. Yanners, on the other hand, is much more pure in comparison. Originally famous for her insanely cute rap covers and voiceovers, she's adopted the role of Nyatasha Yanners, who loves crashing trucks onto oncoming traffic and watching videos of dudes beating their meat.
Hold on. I'm gonna pause it here for a little bit. Alright, so
That came out wrong. It's not what you think. Just watch her streams. Stop beating the meat! As more and more kinds of VTubers rise in popularity, so does the question of why? Why is it rising so quickly? Well, as these examples have shown, personalities are a big force of what draws people to VTubers. The person portraying the VTuber becomes an integral part of the character. This was especially true when Kizuna Ai's voice actress seemed to be replaced. As separate variants of her, you know, because she's an AI, became portrayed by different people, her audience became divided. Some saw this as a betrayal of the one person who made Kizuna Ai, well, Kizuna Ai, especially when it seemed to be against her will. Although the original actress did end up getting brought on board as an advisor for Ai's company, it serves as a cautionary tale. VTubers
and it's probably becoming a J-pop idol thing too. I'm not surprised. That's a whole other thing for music artists. That's the part where I like 70-80% chance. Yeah, I know it's pure Japanese culture. I wasn't born and raised out there, but it's a part I have a little bit of a disagreement, disavow with. Just saying. I mean, there's nothing wrong listening to it. I said, don't let it brainwash and control your spirit and your soul and all that. Just saying. You can enjoy it, but don't go too deep beyond the mental, spiritual side of that shit, because that is some hardcore brainwashing shit, I'm just saying.
pour so much of themselves into their characters, having to...
You know, it might be super sweet, super cute, super adorable. I don't really call those little things that they do dances. They're just like poses and all that stuff. Especially with this one and that one and all that other crap. I don't know it's connected to any of these, say, evil satanic organizations. I hope it is not, but it might be. Because then again, if they're part of that thing, I don't want nothing to do with it.
Portray them for songs, skits, and...
If the cuteness, adorableness is there, I get it. I'm not saying it's a deception. It might be, it may not be, I don't know.
And for hours upon hours of streams. People can tell when something as vital as the person portraying them has been replaced. It's just like replacing any other personality or streamer. But what's the difference between VTubers and regular streamers? Well, for one, there's the obvious character design. On top of likable personalities, the characters themselves have been designed to represent those personalities as much as possible. You know, Korone is warm and friendly like a dog, Okayu is cool and relaxed like a cat, Pekora is fucking insane, much like a bunny, things like that. Those design choices heighten those character traits in a way reality and regular people, for that matter, just can't compare. Also, they're just really cute. And if you ask me, I think another thing that draws people to VTubers is the idea of creating a parasocial relationship with a freaking anime character. It's one thing watching an anime and seeing a cute anime girl we like go about her day. It's a whole other thing getting to actually interact with an anime girl and see her play games and sing songs that we enjoy too. Taking the most popular Hololive English girl, Kuda, for example. Since her debut, she has quickly skyrocketed to over 1 million subs and counting. And
I remember I talked about her before. I remember like 2 months ago, that whole chick on Brittany Venti, she made some real bad accusations about, oh, the people that watch her are those pedos and all that stuff. Which I wouldn't be surprised if sadly that's a fact of reality. And it's real super dangerous when little kids are in the same room with grown-ass adults around my age, which is kind of super creepy as shit. I'm just saying. This is why I'm so glad I don't have kids. Because I'd be extremely concerned as father if I had kids, knowing that some... I'm not saying that they're all those evil Lester people and all that, but some of them might be, unfortunately. And that's... Thank God every dad or not have kids does not experience any of that shit. Because I would have to be a helicopter parents. Like, oh, what are you doing here? What are you doing there? What are you doing this? You know? And I wouldn't want to be a bother in that, but it's the age of almost 2021. It's the fifth industrial age of technocracy shit, like this other dude Days and Noah's always saying. An alternative media community thing and truther community.
Mostly due to the fact that she's an adorable, quirky anime shark girl who encourages us to hang out with her while she plays Minecraft.
Can confirm, I am a subscriber.
I am too. With each stream she has, we feel like we get to know her more and more through the stories she tells and the reactions she has to her chat. We're not just viewers to her, we're her chum buds. We have inside jokes with her, we poke fun at her when she messes up, and we cheer for her when she accomplishes something. And of course, we throw crazy amounts of money at her because, let's be honest, we're all simps here.
Can also confirm, I've done that.
Da-da-da. There's something about Gouda. She's got, like, the it
I
factor.
think Amelia's someone I'm going to hang out with, and Guda's someone that we must protect. That's the difference.
Protect the small, angry shark girl. And now that we've seen another...
That's the one I was talking about before. I'll leave the link down there below if you want to check that video. It's a super long podcast on Trashers. I know who the Connor dude is. Connor CW Dog, and the other anime man is Joey Weisinger. I don't know, I'm not too familiar with this dude, Gigengook. I've heard his name maybe once or twice. Not that much. That's like the one I'm least familiar with, but I think he had like 8-10 million plus subscribers, but I never heard of him until I think a little bit last year. And not that much. I think he was like an anime manga reviewer. I barely know anything about that dude, but yeah, that's the thing. That one and Amelia Watson, all these other things. Don't tell me how I know this. I had to deep search the internet. Not to sound like a religious a-hole or anything, but I probably read like a good 4 or 5 hours of my Bible after I got back from work. Like last week, not this week, but the other week ago. After looking at a lot of real, to say, disgusting, crazy-ass R34 of, not just Amelia Watson, all of them, pretty much. And that's, God forgive me on that, but I had to, unfortunately.
Hololive English girl, Calliope Mori, in an actual interview with the Trash Taste podcast boys, which was super cool, by the way. It adds a whole new layer to that parasocial relationship dynamic. These girls may be virtual, but their personalities are so real, even if they're played up a bit. I got super excited hearing Callie talk about RPG Maker games like Mad Father, and it made me want to watch her streams more so I can hear more of her opinions. Then there's the collaborations. I can't tell you how excited I get every time I see the announcement that Gura is about to play a game with Amelia Watson, or the whole Hololive EN crew. Anytime they all play Among Us, we know we're in for a bucket of laughs. It feels like we're watching real friendships develop between these virtual girls, and it makes us feel even more attached to them. It also influences people to check out new VTubers that they may have not paid much attention to before. Finally, it personally helps that these collabs are like treasure troves of Yuri for Yuri trash like me. I'm an Okokoro shipper for life, y'all. They're just so goddamn cute. There's this like one clip where they're playing Fall Guys together, and Okayu tells Korone that she loves her, and then Korone's just like, and she's like so frozen and smitten that she's messing up the game a lot, and it's so cute. I love them so much. Urame is really cute too. There's also this one moment where they're playing Minecraft together, and Amelia's climbing a ladder, and then Gura just goes, "Nice view from down here, huh?"
And then Ame's just
It's like, what? She's so clueless. I love them. So much Yuri. All right, Gura, bend over. Okay, so I hope those differences are clear. But then there's Vocaloids and virtual idols. What's the difference between them? Well, these differences are slightly more nuanced. Gorillas, Barbie...
If you're new on my channel, I already did one like about a month or two ago about that. I don't know, that's a real big of a thing in a lot of the Asian countries. Even with the pandemic scam and thing going on. I call it that for a certain reason. I'll leave the link down below. I just finished doing a video last night about it. So it goes about some Sony or Xbox, Microsoft news. You'll see about it. It was this dude that worked at the Federal Reserves or the SEDS, and he called it a partial lockdown, something in the economy. And it's permanent, really. It's not partial. My personal viewpoint opinion. That's why I call the pandemic too.
Hatsune Miku.
And that's the reason, like, that's some mega massive, like, brainwash. I've seen all the people. Not to be racist to any people that they put out their glow sticks and they literally, like, they worship and bend these things that aren't real is insane, man. It's one thing to be likable about it, be a little bit obsessed, but there's another thing to be super and extremely brainwashed and mentally and spiritually just drained and worship some light and sound that's not there and just a stereo audio voice as there. That's Uncanny Valley on steroids to me, I'm just saying.
The Squid Sisters from Splatoon and Calliope Mori are all virtual idols of a kind. They have online audiences,
I remember about 3 or 4 years ago, I did a reaction to that a while ago. This was when I was still in the Bronic band. That was 2016. About the Splatoon Squid Sisters thing going on. I think about a month or two later, I don't know if it was Nintendo Japan or Verizon or T-Mobile. I think I got a copyright strike on that, which I'm not surprised about. As their corporation, little like things, they're pieces that they own. I get that. I remember that. And that at the time I was super hyped. I was super excited. I was real happy about it, you know? Not knowing that it all comes from the same crazy ass evil branch.
Songs and sometimes perform concerts. The differences are mostly what part of their performance they emphasize and how they do it. Barbie, Gorillaz, and Hatsune Miku are all planned out in advance. Vocaloid's song and dance are written and programmed way ahead of time, and so is a Barbie video or a Gorillaz concert. A VTuber, however, relies more on the live performance of YouTube and Twitch. Behind that 2D rigging is a person reacting moment by moment, authentically, to whatever activity or adventure they're talking to you through. And it's that sense of improvised authenticity that really separates them from the rest. This isn't to say by any means that it's better. In fact, like I said before, these personalities also have songs and prearranged content for us to consume. But it's that difference in live performance that you can really feel.
Have confidence. No confidence.
We'll see if that difference echoes throughout the Anitube community. I personally really hope so. So before we end this video, I want to get to the bottom of what goes on in the mind of a VTuber simp. So I decided to bring in an expert. Kurt Ritchie. Come. Please, sit.
I fucking love Amelia Watson.
Please tell me more.
Nah.
Fascinating. I like her little hiccups.
I love her motto. It's the most flingy.
I like when she goes, big old
You
What do you like about Amelia?
I admire her dedication to community service. I also like her titties.
There it is.
And there you have it. Thanks, Kurt. So, with that said, this has been a look at the rise of VTubers. I'm Dory, and thanks for going Beyond the Bot with us today. Be sure to subscribe, check out our podcast, Beyond the Botcast on Spotify. And hey, if you want to make a VTuber model of me, I am a streamer, so I wouldn't complain. My streaming channel is called Dokidor, Dokidorr on YouTube. Seriously, I wouldn't complain if you made a VTuber model of me. I think that would be really cute. Shameless plug. Bye. Thank you guys for watching this video on VTubers. This one was really fun to make. I fucking love VTubers. I think they're amazing. I've been watching a lot of Ina's streams lately because she's super cozy and she's got the vibe that I really enjoy. So before we end this video, I want to thank a few of our patrons. Well, I want to thank all of our patrons, but a few in particular that I really want to thank are Sugar Joe, Andrew M, Critical225, Kyle, and Eric Tortora Patu. You guys are the GOAT. I also want to answer a few questions too. Adrian, give me my phone. So the first question that I will answer is by Color Cosplays. If you could cosplay any character, what would it be? Nanami Chiaki from Danganronpa. I fucking love those games. I used to cosplay a lot back in high school. I cosplayed Kirigiri once when I went to Comic-Con, and I've always wanted to do Nanami Chiaki, but like I never really got to. I have her hoodie though, so I'm already like kind of halfway there. What are your favorite things to do in NYC right now, and what about pre-COVID? This was by Victor Sanchez. Well, there's not really much to do in New York right now with COVID going on, but one thing I always loved doing before this is going to museums. I could just spend like every day in the Natural History Museum. Oh, and the Met as well. I still want to do that thing once they open back up where like you spend the night in the museum and they give you wine, a flashlight, you could just explore around. It would be my little night at the museum fantasy. Hopefully I won't get chased around by a mummy. And the last question I want to answer is by Ariel Sanchez Mora. Best meal you have had in NYC, and what better place than Kinokuniya to get your Japanese fix?
Like I was saying, guys, Joey the Anime Man, aka the other dude, with Connor CW Dog, and the other one Gakaru, however you say his name, and Trash Taste TV highlights. I'm gonna react to that soon. Just waiting for this thing to be over here.
I just want to talk about Kinokuniya. Usually when I would go there, I would always get a rice ball with a shrimp tempura and a cream bread. Oh, wow. Those are so delicious. And then I would just kind of walk around and look at all the manga and eat my stuff. Once
I know in downtown, before the whole pandemic scam thing happened, there's a bunch of them around the Fremont Street. They have that too, and some parts on the Strip. But luckily, since some of the locals is a little bit more cheaper, they're probably gonna skyrocket the hell out of this next year in 2021. Because I used to eat a lot of these pizzeria shops in a bunch of these sushi ass areas. Those shits are bomb as hell in the Fremont Street thing. That's one thing I do like about it. It's not everything about this desert shithole, this crap hole is not that bad. Some of it is good, and especially in the downtown China area. Almost every like city has it. Luckily, since I live in a big ass city, I'm able to get to point A to point B really quick. Whether I use my rental car once in a while, or I just take the bus and get it, or just Grubhub or Uber. I don't know. It's shit's really, really good stuff. Their rice bowl things are the jam. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like a Korean, Malaysian, or like some Filipino restaurant. Oh my god, it's like one of the best rice places in the world, man. Oh, it's awesome. And it sucks. A lot of them are kind of shut down because they got to do this curbside shit now. Whatever.
Everything is like okay again, and we can like go places. Try to find me on Kinokuniya, the one near Bryant Park, because that's the one that I really like to go to. As for my best meal in New York, there was one in particular that Adrian actually took me to a long time ago. It was so good. It had chicken in it, it had bean sprouts, it had a fried egg. The rice was so fluffy and delicious. I hope one day I can go back. But thank you all for the amazing questions. And yeah, this has been Beyond the Bot. Check out VTubers, and for real, I would love to be a VTuber one day. So yeah, bye.
All right, let me just pause it real quick again because I know it's gonna have my face disappear. All right, this is the one I was talking about. It had Connor CW doing, and some of you people may not know who he is. I know he used to do a lot of like a Japanese comedy. I know he did a lot of collaborations with Aki Dearest a few times, so I remember him. And then Joey the Anime Man, dude has almost like 2.5 million subscribers. That man needs no introduction, in my opinion. I think he did a collab like about a year or two ago with PewDiePie too, so I'm not surprised. But I don't know if this is a new one or old one from Trash Taste TV. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get too emotionally tied and involved with the other one because I know it's a fake hologram thing, like fake augmented reality. The person behind it's probably a real voice, unless they have voice changers and all that. And I'm really not sure. Let's get in on this one.
I do believe that we are probably one of the first non-Hololive YouTube channels to feature like do a collab, like an official collab with a Hololive member.
Well, I think this. I'm not sure about the Japanese side, but this is definitely like the English side of things.
Oh yeah.
I think this is the first collab where I've seen Hololive do other things with people outside of Hololive.
Because I mean, how long has Hololive EN been around right now?
Wow, it feels like it's been 3 years, but it's been about a month.
Yeah, in YouTube
Believe
years,
it or not.
In YouTube years, it's 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Because like 3 months on YouTube feels like 3 years.
Gosh, that sure is how it feels, I tell you what.
It has just been a month, hasn't it? Like just over a month. And oh my god, it feels like it was like the beginning of 2020 that Hololive English launched.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's why
Not to throw shade at any of the people at the Hololive thing, but man, I don't know where they got their design from. I'm not sure who's the one that's the anime artist that creates all these Hololive, like 3D, 4D little like hologram, like augmented reality things. I'm not going to say it's complete Uncanny Valley because I can tell it's fake. But at the same time, I'm not sure if they use motion capture technology, VR technology, or any of that stuff. Or if Hololive gives them that sort of like ingenuity, innovation, technology. It's funny because for the past 4 days, I got to be real with you. I looked at all this old school innovation, this dude, which everybody knows it's a home brand. I mean, his freaking thing is like the Pikachu of like their own Mickey Mouse, one that was Walt Disney that created all this innovation, ingenuity, and all this stuff. I didn't even know he tried to create this utopia thing called Epoch, but it all fell to bits. And in my opinion, I'm glad that shit fell because there's some extremely dark ass sinister shit behind that dude, man. And it's funny because as a 90s kid, I grew up with so many of the old school, like I grew up in the Disney Renaissance era too. Watching the Aladdin, the original Aladdin thing, Little Mermaid, Lion King, Hercules, a lot of these other stuff in the mid-late 90s, early 2000s, Mulan, all this other stuff I grew up with as a child. I mean, I was asleep. I was a brainwashed sheeple at the time. I didn't know any better. I was like 7, 9 years old. That's how it was. But to me personally, and then I could just look like any other generic anime girl. She looks like the chick that was in the Fire Emblem, the Aqua chick. That's who Mori looks like, the virtual tuber. She looks like that, except she has pink hair instead of blue hair. I don't know, and she has that little like bridesmaid sort of like veil thing that they use to have marriage and all that. I don't know.
So that's why it's just shocking to me how fast and how powerful just the whole life English side of things has grown.
It's almost a half hour long, so I don't expect everyone to be on there. But I'll leave the range and points to show you where you guys can.
Because I mean, like,
watch my stuff.
You don't even have to be a Hololive like simp or anything, or like even follow VTubers.
Yeah.
And you'll see people like retweeting memes and shit of VTubers and like Hololive members. So
I
it's
do
just
see a lot.
Yeah, right.
I don't care.
Yeah, like exactly.
It's lovely to meet you, but
Lovely to meet you too. It's fine. It's fine. I get it all the time.
I think it's really cool. I've seen you get smashed on stream. That was really entertaining.
Now wait a minute. Everyone says that, but listen, here's the thing.
Okay.
You guys haven't seen anything yet. Everyone likes to say things like, look at Calliope, so funny, she's drunk, ha 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 ha, like it's a big funny joke. But if you want to see me drunk, Just wait a bit.
To be fair,
You'll
I've
see.
seen the stream where you smash down the Spiritus.
Okay, well, the Spiritus was a different situation. Listen.
So I'm totally unfamiliar with everything.
Yeah,
pretty much.
You gotta explain like I'm 5, kind of.
Yeah. So can you guys explain, and especially you being the professional Death God VTuber,
Anytime.
it's totally real. Death Gods are real. Please fully explain everything to me because I'm a total noob and I don't know anything. But I literally don't. I've watched one of your streams where you played Doom Eternal. I thought you were a bit bad at it.
And I'm sure as well.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I acknowledge that I'm
You got a pro gamer here, just quietly judging you.
Now, listen to me. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Killing with a PS4 controller is much different than using a scythe, okay? Just hear me out. Just hear me out, man.
The number of button
I'll take that. I'll take that excuse. I'll take
But
it.
I'm getting better. I'm trying. Every time that I play, I get just a bit better. And I must say, I would quit, but the thing is, it's such a rush. You know, reminds me of the old days when I wasn't off hiatus. You feel me?
Right.
Is that what you played, Doom, Connor?
From my old days.
Your old days
back
of
in
slaying.
school when
The
I was
old days of
killing kids.
slaying noobs.
Oh my god.
Okay, so let's hear explain to Connor.
I genuinely, I know very little. Only.
so-
And I'm sure there's a number of people watching this episode right now.
Yeah,
who
there's a
watch
number of
Trash
people
Taste.
watching. It's
You're
just
probably
like,
slightly
why is there an anime girl sitting in this scene? You know what I mean?
So, in your own words, Callie, explain what Hololive is and explain what VTubing is.
Sure. Okay. Well, let's see. I can go ahead and start with VTubing, I
Okay,
suppose.
sure. Yep.
Because Hololive is a group that VTubes. So I suppose I'll go ahead and start from the very beginning. So virtual YouTuber is basically just that. A YouTuber that is not necessarily human necessarily, I guess, necessarily. A fictional.
Or 3D.
A fictional 3D. I mean,
3D.
I'm
Sometimes
certainly.
they are 3D.
I mean, I'm certainly real, as far as I can tell. Right. But essentially, I'm, I guess, what many people say is a cute anime girl.
Of course, they're not real. They're pretending to be this personification of an anime person that, I don't know, I guess in the early mid-2000s, you could just have Second Life for it, because I don't remember playing it, but I remember this real old school show I used to watch on TV at the time, just told documentaries, like true stories unfold or whatever. Some person got so addicted to Second Life, they truly thought mentally and emotionally they thought they were that person. And that's what a lot of them do. They're still in performance mode. I don't know anything about the Broadway or Hollywood industry or how they do all that stuff, but I think in their brain they really truly believe that they're that person. They're channeling that energy, but from where? They don't ever say where. I don't know if it's the same with the Hololive girls and all that. There's 1 or 2 that are guys too. Most of them are female. I don't know if they still channel their energy when they're playing a role as an anime character, as a virtual YouTuber, or they're being serious. And most of the time, my own personal opinion, they're just playing a role. They're not really saying what they really truly want to say. I'm just saying.
Right? I am a cute anime
In
girl.
layman's terms,
Really gonna out me like this, man.
A cute anime girl, and I do various things. Like I stream, and I suppose more specific to me is that I also make music. So yeah, that's kind of, I guess, my thing.
And you make some good music at that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You are the god of spit and fire, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Or however you refer to it as.
Yeah,
Yes,
whatever you said
spitting the
before.
flames, I think, is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I remember I heard about this in September. I think it was September 8th or 9th. And I remember this is one of these 5 English version of Hollywood, because I've heard about them last year, and then especially earlier this year, and they got a lot more bigger with the stay home thing. The Coroni chick or whatever. The little doggo, anime looking girl, and then there was a bunch of them that were just anime girls. I know it was going to be a darker, effed up side to it. I know I always at the end of my videos, or even sometimes at the beginning of my videos, Taku's Hikikomori, I say that a lot, but when they're in Japan, I think Hikikomori is a very, very, very bad, slang terminology. Is they call black people the M-word or stuff like that. I don't know. I think that's how they see it over there. They look down on people like that, which kind of fucking sucks, to be honest. I looked at a bunch of history about Japan and all this stuff, how it works. I can see why some people, even when I was a 90s kid, I can see why, that stuff's going to send you to hell in the purgatory, which, I don't know. I'm not going to say that it is. I'm not going to say that it ain't, but I still enjoy watching a lot of anime and manga series out there and reading a bunch of it occasionally on my phone or sometimes in a physical format like this. Like the one I used to use all the time. It's from my older phone, by the way. I still got to get a new cover than that. Anyways, that's all I got to say for now. I'm out of here. Just be extremely cautious. If any people are parents out there, keep your eyes peeled, keep your eyes extremely wide open to this stuff. I'm not going to say be lovable and accepting to it, but just be extremely careful what your kids watch on the internet. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. That's all I got to say for now, and I'm out of here. Links to description box down below about these videos I'm done. It's almost an hour and a half video. Oh my god. Feels longer than that. A half-hour video. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, and everyone else in between. Tacos and commodities. I'll see you when I see you guys day, every night, wherever your universe out there. Today's more future content on this channel, including video game industry news, MMO news, internet news, and that's it. Take it easy. Peace out. My sauerkraut. Let's go by seeing people on Footside. Take it easy. I'm gone. Stay extra safe, and I'm out of here. Peace. I'm done here. Goodbye.